Stigma and discrimination is coming between our service and people who need it. That is, people who have the virus in them. They don't want to come out. They don't want to test. If they test and discover they have HIV, they don't want to come forward for treatment, all because of stigma and discrimination. HIV is one disease that if you succeed in controlling, then you get ready to pay pension and gratuity until the people that have it, all of them continue to live with it till the end of their life. So domestic investment to guarantee that right now is not in place. And that is what NACA now is focused on building. We're focused on building domestic resources or structures for sustainability. To pay for your response, you need to figure out who pays for what. And that's exactly what we are working now. Who pays for what? We're working with private sector to see how private sector support government. We are working with state government to see how state government contribute a counterpart funding. And at the center, we're looking at how we do our business in such a way that we have value for money. With our little resource, we get better service or we get better product. After figuring out that, one, our epidemic is not as big as we thought, we also went to identify hotspots. What we do now is to go to these hotspots, and we have been doing it for the last 18 months. We've been saturating those hotspots, getting people that have the virus that have not been identified and placing them on treatment. We have enough medication for everyone. We have excess medicine for those who need to take them. Prevention research, as they call them, operational sometimes research. I think we're faring quite well in that area, simply because last year we did integrated biobehavioral surveillance survey. What this survey does is to tell us, the distribution of HIV among people that are spreading the virus fast and people that are at risk of getting this virus, to see how we can prevent them from having the virus. You understand? We have had stigma and discrimination, which we are still fighting, and we are still making successes in fighting stigma and discrimination. But still, stigma and discrimination is coming between our service and people who need it. That is, people who have the virus in them. They don't want to come out. They don't want to test. If they test and discover they have HIV, they don't want to come forward for treatment, all because of stigma and discrimination. The money we get is good, but we don't get it on time. That will enable us to place orders for drugs. When you place order, it takes 6 months before you get this medication. Now, if I get my release somewhere in the middle of the year and I get the money, I place order, it will be until the end of the year before I get medication. This is not going to help me to guarantee continuous flow of medication, given the money I have. Releasing this money to me immediately when it is approved and when the budget is passed will help me do this better. In the next 10 years, I see NACA controlling HIV in Nigeria. In the next 10 years, I see NACA sustaining the control in Nigeria. In the next 10 years, I see NACA doing well in paying pension and gratuity for HIV services in the country.